What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Backline Podcast. I am Chief Redbeard, and as always, I have with me my co-host and friend, Nico, and we've got a great episode for you guys. So this is episode 21. Last week, if you missed it, we had a really good episode. It was episode 20. Nothing too crazy there. I think soon we may try to plan something a little special for an upcoming episode. But we are chugging along, and we really appreciate all the support we're getting. So this week we got something kind of cool. So if you saw last week's episode, we went over a lot of different kind of wedding stuff and the fact that Nico and I have been playing Halo a lot. So we finished the campaign for, at this point, we finished the campaign for Combat Evolved. So the first installment of the Master Chief Collection. And now we are working on the campaign for Halo 2, just because basically we're getting our asses handed to us through multiplayer. So want to get a little more familiar, kind of get ready for Halo Infinite, which for those of you who are paying attention, Halo Infinite has been unfortunately delayed, which I'm extremely upset about. But it's been unfortunately delayed until 2021. But we'll continue playing. So that gives us kind of more time. We don't have to rush it. For some reason, we decided to knock out Combat Evolved in one single night. We also go over some stuff about Ola Englund. Mainly, I'm just a little guy with we're the small channel, and I was just a little bitter that it seems like Ola has got a pretty similar format to what we have, just in his kind of Sunday with Ola setup, where he goes over a lot of the same stuff we do. So jokingly, we talk about some of the ideas that he's taken from us. And then we go over and share our thoughts on the Will Smith little debacle that's been going on. If you've been keeping up with any of that, you'll see what we have as far as thoughts on it or how much we paid attention. And then for the album review this week, it was the Chariot, one of their albums there. So we'll talk about that on the show. That was a lot of fun kind of going over something like that. A band that I think both of us have definitely listened to. I think Nico's talked about a little more, or at least listened to a little more. I've basically only seen them live. So it was really fun for me to kind of talk about it and listen to it and kind of go through there. So other than that, want to thank you guys once again. Any subscribers, we are getting closer and closer to 100. And of course, we want to go far and above beyond that, but we are being patient and we are going to get there at some point. Other than that, keep sharing, keep liking, comment anything that you guys want us to talk about. You know, it is harder nowadays, especially with COVID, to be able to find that content to kind of talk about, because a lot of manufacturers aren't putting out stuff. You know, I started this, the original idea I had for this when we all got together was to do stuff about gear. And unfortunately, we're not getting a lot of that. So we try to get the stories as much as possible. But yeah, so it was another fun one. And yeah, so thank you guys again for watching and enjoy the show. So did you and Allison go to your venue this weekend?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
Glass Hill.
How far is that?
Far as fuck.
Yeah.
Far as fuck,
That's
dude.
what I thought.
Wherever fuck is, it's farther. It's insane. 4 hours from my house. 3:50. 3 hours, 50 minutes. Holy shit. But you're not, the good thing, I was thinking about it the whole time I was driving. I was like, if this drive, like it's far, sure. But if it sucks, that's different, you know? It was all back roads. No highways.
Wow. So the wedding's on a Saturday, correct?
It's on a Saturday.
All right.
I need y'all there Friday.
Which is fine for me. I feel bad for the guests. I had a wedding like that before. It was actually Rich's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like fucking 2.5 hours deep in Virginia. Probably not as far as yours, but as we're going, I think we had to hop on 66 or one of those major highways for something. Bumper to bumper fucking traffic. And we were going the day of because I wasn't in the wedding.
Right.
So I want to say it was a Friday wedding too. So actually that Friday, if I'm not mistaken, Lauren and I did a cake testing at noon. And as soon as we were done the cake tasting, we drove immediately to Rich's wedding and barely made it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's so embarrassing. Could you imagine? I don't know if you've ever done it.
Showing up
to a wedding late.
I have.
Oh my God. Somebody did it. Whose fucking wedding? actually, I think it was Rich's wedding. People showed up, and I just kind of looked back, and they're all just standing at the back, just like, I'm sorry, but I mean, traffic, dude, there was accidents everywhere. It was a fucking nightmare. Yeah. But maybe a Saturday would be a little better. Obviously, it's Friday. People are working.
Or I got a solution. Don't come.
Or you could do that too.
I don't want you there.
But please make sure you let them know through the RSVP so they don't pay for your plate.
No, just don't come. Just don't come. Because I don't want anybody there that's like, you know, going to have a gripe about it. Because if I didn't want to go to a wedding, I'm not going to a wedding. You know, if it's super inconvenient, it's not like I'm trying to out people like, oh, we'll just make it 4 hours away. We'll have less of a responsibility to invite everybody and their fucking mother to eat, you know, $35 a plate or whatever the spinach bullshit we're eating. Like, I don't care. Just don't come. Dude. I don't mind. I'm not going to get my feelings hurt.
I have to be there though.
Yeah, you need to come because I need to put you to work. You wondered why I got so many groomsmen.
Don't do that, man. I think I did that one time and it sucked.
I have just under 1,500 groomsmen in my wedding party, specifically for moving things and getting things set up. And I'm just going to be kind of screaming at you from the sidelines.
I went to a very good friend's wedding one time, and I won't name his name. And it was a beautiful wedding at the end, and I'm glad I got to help make sure, you know, I didn't play the biggest part, but I did play a pretty big part in making sure that I did my part in making sure it went smooth. I was one of the groomsmen, and it was a June wedding. It was hot as balls outside.
June.
And it was an outside. Everything was outside. So the way they did it was they had like this tent set up and like one of those like wall kind of ACs, like the units on the wall.
Rattlers.
And it was not pumping. They didn't even turn it on until probably like an hour before the ceremony. At least that's what it seemed like. The dressing room for the guys had no AC. The AC unit was in there. We were right next to it, but the indoor unit. But yeah, dude, it was hot as fuck. But so basically, the only good thing about his wedding is Lauren and I learned right away what we need for ours. We got a coordinator. We made sure we hired people to set shit up.
Yeah.
Because we set everything. Lauren wasn't even a part of the wedding and set up probably the most shit. She decorated the tables, got all the tables set up, you know, had help from whoever was available, but everybody's sweating, dude. It's like, oh God, we're going to look like shit. Luckily, I mean, again, it turned out beautiful, but the other problem was apparently the venue got sold in between time and they were supposed to be getting married. So they show up to these people like, yeah, well, I mean, I guess you're having a wedding today. Like, it was very fucking weird feeling.
That's comforting.
Like, imagine like you show up to your venue and there's brand new people there. They're like, yeah, we just bought this place. So like, what's up?
What
like,
y'all doing?
You're getting married today?
Throwing a party?
Cool. Well, we got some tables out back. Set it up, I guess.
We got some dirty cups around here somewhere.
So nobody had been in there, but super stressful. And I saw, and it looked like they had a great day, which was awesome. But I saw kind of what their frustration. I was like, nope. Sorry this happened to you, but thank you so much because we're hiring coordinators and everything. I don't care how much it costs. I'm not doing this shit on my wedding day. We got too much shit going on. And I had 1,400 groomsmen, not quite as many as you, but I had enough shit to deal with that day and try to coordinate you fuckers to make sure everything went well.
There was nothing to do.
Nah, you guys were pretty good.
Walk here. This is your partner. Walk there. All right, cool.
Well, it was, I'm speaking more of like the preparation before that. So getting ready, you know, the photographer and Lauren wants pictures of us getting ready and special shots of me doing my little tie thing and shit. I still look fat and dumb, so it didn't matter, but
you were stunning on your wedding day.
You know what? I look
stunning.
At the pictures and it's not bad. We got one hanging up in the living room. It's just the pants, dude. Those rentals are terrible.
Yeah, they're not
The
great.
pants look like parachutes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I already looked fat. You didn't have to give me these giant ass fucking pants.
I mean, the rentals. When I was picking out the suit I'm wearing, it was the biggest difference when it comes to, oh, you're renting. Here's some garbage. Here's some cloth fucking thread 1 count bullshit. And then, oh, you're buying. Look at all this.
Yeah.
High thread count. Yeah. A lot of color that you can't get to rent, which is like the whole scam, I guess.
Did you still rent though?
Yeah, I'm renting.
Yeah. I think we both went. You're going to Men's Warehouse, right?
Yes.
So if I remember correctly, they do give you the option to put like $300 or $400 towards a suit, or your rental is free with the amount of groomsmen you got.
I think I did the second one.
Right. So I thought about buying, but I was like, I'm either going to gain weight, most likely gain weight. I'm probably not going to lose weight, and then I'm not going to fit in this, $300 or $400 or $600 whatever I end up spending.
When are you wearing this suit?
And that's the other thing.
When the fuck are you? You're gonna look at it in their closet and be like, "Why did I buy this?"
Right. If it was like a not wedding thing, I would get it. But that'd be like the bride wearing her dress. Like, well, I've got an interview this week. I might as well put on my best dress.
I would hire that person. I'd be like, "You are confident as shit enough to walk in here with this shit."
Fucked up.
Yeah, Step Brothers.
Is that ketchup? Onions?
I need. I literally just need. We have Friday, the day before, to set up. So
so that's what we did too. We made sure whatever we had to do, it was fine. I don't know.
Oh, you got to do stuff. That sucks.
Yeah, man. It always sucks to do stuff.
I know. Being a part of a wedding can be a little stressful.
But your wedding's in April, right?
Yeah.
So it won't be that hot. It'll probably be cold, actually.
Hopefully. But it just was putting a nail in this. It was nice to go there and like get the ideas to what you're looking at. Because it's all been pictures and shit.
Right.
And I got there. I was like, I immediately felt better.
Oh, you guys haven't seen it yet?
No.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. We thought you had already been.
No, I immediately felt a lot better once I saw everything. I saw the layout, and then like the gears are turned into like, oh, this is going to go here. This is where I'm going to do this. This is where I'm going to vomit after the wedding. I just knew, it just feels good to kind of see it and get an idea. But then I get overwhelmed.
Right.
Because then I'm like, well, we have to do XYZ. But the staff is really helpful. Anyways, this is boring as fuck. Weddings. Right. It smells good in here, though. Thank God you lit my candle.
Yeah, I lit your candle. Specialty candle. I actually wanted to light it to see how it's lasting and how it's holding up.
How is it?
I mean, we smell it, so
I smelled it as soon as I walked in the room. Yeah.
The last time I lit it, I'm pretty sure it was for a podcast a while back, but I think I just had it off camera.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been burned before. It just sat out with no cover or anything like that, and it's still got a smell to it. So I'm good with that. So, dude, so we've been playing Halo. So that's been fun. I was miserable today.
You were tired.
Oh my God, dude.
I cannot.
I got about an hour of sleep because all I kept thinking about was like that last mission and just. Yeah, so I went in an hour later for work than I wanted to.
Sorry.
But I mean, it was cool. I mean, I was still on time, if you will. I just wanted to be there earlier to get home and get prepped for this stuff. I ended up just taking an hour of leave. So, I was just the whole day. I had my Red Bull, and I'm just like, this shit ain't doing a fucking thing.
That night got away from us like pretty fucking quick.
Absolutely. Well, it's just like, we'll probably just like get halfway through, and then next thing you know, it's like, dude, we've got like 3 missions left. We might as well just fucking finish this shit.
Yeah, I think we started at like 9:30 or so, and I remember I didn't play the first Halo campaign in fucking years. I was like, I remember this being like probably a 10-hour campaign, because I remember it taking a long time. I guess I was just young and like didn't have the patience.
Well, it's also probably just you too.
And it had to, no, because I would play with my brothers. Like we always played split screen.
Oh.
But I think it doesn't matter. I felt like a longer game. And then like 3 hours in, we're still in the campaign. And then, we're realizing how many missions we have left. We're like, we can knock this the fuck out. And then we got stuck on a level that I still don't recall being in the original Halo. Remember it was like the second last level or something?
Yeah.
Where it was like we kept going down the wrong hall, or we missed a thing we had to do an action.
No, that was the last fucking level.
You're
unless
right.
Just the run, because then we escaped.
And then it's the Warthog.
It's the last fucking level, so we'll have to look that up. But to anybody that actually does listen, we are thinking sort of probably maybe doing some videos on us playing and stuff, and we'll obviously try to make it entertaining. There's a ton of fucking Let's Plays and shit, but it's the backline guys, and the music is insane. So that's one of the things I love about video games. If you're a musician, I've heard music from Halo 2 and Halo 3. I didn't expect a game that came out 20 years ago, I'm pretty sure, to sound and have that awesome of music. Like, that was insane.
And it's like such a variety of stuff.
Yeah.
It's obviously composed.
Pretty heavy shit. Like that guitar solo. I got to find that song. I got to find that level, because that was sick. I'm serious. I want to cover that. That'd be tight as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, it's been fun. So we're thinking about it. If anybody watches, comment down below or whatever the fucking you're watching or listening to this on, and let us know if you'd be interested.
Would it be like a live stream, or would it be us just like recording and then clipping shit?
I think it'd be recording and clipping.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe little half hour, 20-minute, half-hour segments. Not gonna make you watch the whole thing. You know, maybe, I don't know. I mean, we get through, if we don't get fucking stuck, we get through a level in about 20 to 25 minutes or so.
Something like that.
Right. So if we could do that and just kind of like cut it, stop it, we got to figure out some logistics on it. But I was thinking about it today. But I think that'd be cool. Just something else to kind of do. Gives us more practicing on our editing skills and see how it work. Live stream I would do, but I don't know the logistics behind getting both of us in a separate place to join together in a live stream.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something we can look up. Because honestly, that'd be so much fucking easier if we just did that. Because there's no editing involved. We just play, and when we're done, turn it off.
Yeah, I guess.
We just stream for 3 hours, watch what you want.
I would love to say that I'd be interested to watch somebody play the Halo campaigns, but I'm definitely not. So I'd understand if nobody wants to listen or watch this.
Some people are indifferent about the game. It seems like it's either just like, oh, you're just nostalgic, or hey, this is fucking tight. I mean, multiplayer, we're getting our asses kicked, but I honestly think it's just because we don't have. At least for me, I don't have the reflexes. I want to say that for everybody, but then that same person to another game is out kicking ass. So I don't know.
I have no idea.
Or maybe we've just got so used to like the Call of Duty style shooter that we can't. It's hard for us to transition back to a not so realistic shooter kind of game.
I guess. I know for a fact I can't. The shots in Halo 3, I can't deal with the aiming for some reason. I think it's because I read something briefly that in Halo 2, and I guess in Halo 1 as well, they had what's called a hit scan. So when you shoot, it's almost like automatically hitting if you're aiming at the reticle. And in Halo 3, they switched it to something else where you have to lead projectile shooting or some shit.
Correct.
Where you're having to lead. And I think that fucked up a lot of people, including me. And I never bounced back from it, really.
I think when Halo 3 was out, I think it came out before. It should have come out before. But Halo 3 comes out, and I think... So that's what I was going to say. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But I would think that they're trying to keep up with the other kind of shooters out there, but still keep it in the Halo family, but try to compete with some of the big ones. But I'm pretty sure even like Modern Warfare, which other games were out and they were multiplayer, but Modern Warfare, I think, would be the one to compare. At least I was playing Modern Warfare. And then like in the same time frame, I kind of switched over to starting to play on Xbox and playing Halo and stuff. Cause I was on PlayStation for a while.
Yeah, I've never had a PlayStation.
And I refused to play Halo because I was like, I'm not going to shoot aliens. And then,
that was hold on. That was a
real
issue?
thing. Yeah. I was like, no, man, I'm out here like winning wars and shit,
it's not even
dude.
real.
This
You're one
shit's
of those
real.
guys?
Absolutely. And then I started to play Halo. I was like, man, I feel real fucking dumb because this game is tight as
It's
fuck.
a video game. It's not real.
No,
Like
Call
when
of Duty's real shit, dude.
Yeah, it's like,
you, man.
there's like those, what is it called? It's like bro gamers. You know, they're like, they only play like the super hyper realistic things, and they're kind of maybe tough guy-ish. They're not really self-deprecating. They're just like super like proud. And that's why you have so many horrible shit talkers on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's because they're all kind of like that same archetype.
I guess. I don't know.
Fuck you, Billy.
Yeah, fuck me. Hey, let's so we got an album review this week.
Album review.
This is one that you chose, so we actually did not say it in the last episode because we forgot. We apologize. This is still getting back from the remote shit down to 2 people, trying to kind of figure this out. So we did come up with an album review, though. So last week we did Big Dan's Big Clayton Fan Banjo Band or something like that. Rev Payton's Big Dan Band. There we go.
Fucking heathen.
So this week, what do we got?
I don't remember. No, it's the Chariot.
Uh-huh.
And the album is I can't remember the album.
Ah, fuck it. Shit. Let's find out. Anyway, so we did the fucking Chariot, and I think it was their latest album. The last album they put out.
I think it was their last
correct?
album. I believe it was their last album.
The title is very artsy. It's called One Wing.
Yeah, that's right.
It's got a dragon, lizard, reptar, king of the ozone kind of thing on it. That wasn't a thing from the show. That was a Devil Wears Prada. Reptar, king of the ozone. That was a name of their song.
Oh, I'm not. I don't know.
That was your favorite band. I don't know. You don't know. But anyway,
They're
so
not okay.
album came out in 2012.
Yes.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
So I don't even know why I picked this band because I saw them live. I saw them live like in 06 or 07, I can't remember. And they were I didn't even know they were on the bill. They were just the touring act with whoever I went to go see. I can't remember who even the main act was. I think it was like the Chariot, Car Bomb. Oh man, and like I cannot remember who the main headliner. It doesn't matter. And they were just like, for anybody who doesn't know, super chaotic, energy, probably the most energy I've ever seen at a live show. Have you ever seen them live?
I have. I feel like you were also at that show too. It was a Warped Tour.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
that first one I went to that you were also at.
That was several years after I saw them.
Correct.
And they were a little more toned down, I will say. I think they had guidelines they had to follow. But this was the show I saw them at was at Jack's indoor club, obviously. And they were off the chain. Just I can't even really describe it. It's just like fucking anarchy on a stage and just fairly intense. Considering I've seen like, pretty much, I don't know, I've hit the gambit of like every genre of metal at a live show. I've seen like pretty much everything you can see. And that was absolutely the most intense act I've ever seen on a stage. And mind you, I'm like, front row at Jack's, right?
Right.
And
that'd be fucking
the
tight.
guitarist is literally just, up and down the stage and he's like throwing the guitar like a foot away from your face, like the front row. Like it's almost like a balking thing. Like they're faux gonna fight you, but they're not. It's really weird. And either way, look up clips of the Chariot live, and it's fucking bananas. Like the singer will climb any speaker he could climb, and he was on the giant speakers at Jack's, like on the top, and the security was like, "All right, man, okay, yep, we're gonna come." And he's still playing the song, and and then at the end of this set, it was very creative. They at the end of their set, there's the drummer's just playing the beat, and feedback is still going. And then they start throwing their guitars off stage, like legit throwing their guitars off stage. And then as the drummer's still playing this basic beat, they're taking his equipment off the stage.
Right. I remember you telling me about that when we saw the Chariot at Warped Tour.
And then
he's awesome.
And then he's just left with like the snare, and then and then they throw that, and then it's just kind of over. It's really interesting. They didn't do much. Did they do that at the Warped Tour show?
No, I don't think there was time to do anything like that.
Yeah, because it's short sets.
Yeah, you got short sets at Warped Tour, yeah.
Yeah, and I will say they were subdued at the Warped Tour show, but they were still good.
They got told that, though. They were told straight up, like, you can't climb on shit, you can't do this.
There's
like,
no way.
We got to pack the stage up, bring it to the next venue, or the next city.
That is
like,
bullshit.
You can't do that. But.
Yeah, but so either way, yeah, we reviewed this album, and I haven't listened to them in a long-ass time. And I will say they're a live band. They're a live band. The album, the production's garbage by design. It's just kind of this, not punk, but like they have this absolute rebel nature to them, and it sounds fine. They probably recorded it all in one room, I'm assuming. I'm not an expert at all, but that's what I would assume based on how it sounds. Everything's pretty much there. The drums don't sound great though, but they're there. The guitars don't sound great. They're there. It's almost like they're challenging you to like turn the fucking song off for most of the album because it's just very abrasive to your ears. There's nothing that sounds terribly what is it called? It's dissonant as fuck. Most of it. It's like very off. What is it called? Off key notes. I don't know how to explain that.
I mean, yeah, like dissonant notes.
When you listen to it, you're just like, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
It like hits something.
Sour notes and shit like that.
Right, and
we're musicians.
There's no rhyme or reason to the songs, and that's just kind of the nature of the band. But I did like one thing that they did where they out of nowhere in the middle of this chaotic album, they just started to play like a Western tune with the guitar going.
It wasn't even like banjo. It definitely sounded. Yeah,
no, it wasn't banjo.
It sounded like something straight from a fucking Western.
Dude, it was.
I'm almost certain they plagiarized that fucking part.
Right.
And it was awesome.
It sounded like, it was fucking awesome. It was sick. I'd never heard anything like that. And I actually, I woke up a little bit after that. But short album, which is sick.
Yeah.
Like,
songs are like
it was
3 minutes a piece, 10 songs. Like, yeah.
And it was an experience. And I'm kind of glad that I picked it because I hadn't listened to them in a long time and I needed something new that was different. Very fucking different. Very new. Very abrasive, a little draining, but still entertaining to say the least, but in a different way. Not in a bob your head way. At all.
If you do, you'll probably die.
Not to me, anyways. Yeah, I can't really bob my head to this at all, but different. And that's kind of what the Chariot is. I remember they had a shirt said it had like the fish from Dr. Seuss, how they have that particular style of drawing.
Right.
It was like one fish, and then it was a fish, two fish, three fish, and then a fish, and then the Chariot.
Nice.
I was like, that's cool.
That's cool.
They had a bumper sticker. My other car is the Chariot, and I really like that. For some reason, that stands out. But either way, I like these guys. I just can't. They're tough. What do you think? Yeah,
so the album to me was just the album to me seemed like their live show. Chaos. I don't know why they didn't call themselves Chaos or the Chaotic or something like that. The Chariot, to me, the name sounds awesome. But anyways, I thought it was a fucking mess. I slightly disagree with you. I see where you're coming from on the production standpoint. But listening to it real quick before you got here today, I thought it actually sounded pretty good.
Did you?
Yeah, like there's parts where, like you said, it's on purpose. This needs to sound like I'm in a fucking trash can playing this. But then there's other parts that actually sound really fucking good. I don't know. But you could tell the chaos by listening to it. And if you could just imagine these guys playing exactly almost syncopated to what you're hearing, you'll understand their live show. But they are definitely one of the best live shows I've ever seen because of the chaotic, mess about them, but still somehow able to play their instruments.
Which is absolutely insane. Yeah.
Josh, whatever the fuck his name is, the lead singer of the band. Right? His name is Josh, right?
I don't remember.
I want to say it's like Josh Krogan or something. If Dave watches our shit, he's going to give me shit for it because his new band he loves, and he loved the Chariot. But anyways, it was great. Now, I listened to it. We talked about it actually last night while playing Halo. I did listen to it once through. When I listened to it today, there's a song that either that or it accidentally played something else that's a fucking female singing and just nothing. That, I didn't hear it the first time through for some reason. I don't know how it missed that song, or maybe I got up and took a piss because it's very short. But I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But then I looked, it definitely was the Chariot because it still had the fucking album art. The little Western part. So there's parts where I think they're very good about being like, look, we just fucking destroyed your brain. We're going to let you calm down for just a second.
I can see that.
It's not going to be that long,
but
we're going to calm down. We're going to throw this little Western tune in. We're going to throw this fucking something that doesn't sound anything like our band in. And honestly, would be on like a pop radio if, it wanted to be, I guess. I don't know. But it was fucking weird. But I thought it was cool. I mean, I dig this kind of music. It's not something I go to seek out for sure.
No.
But when I hear it, or if I had the opportunity to see them live, if they were still a band and I could see them live, I would definitely go to their show because it's amazing. And I thought the album was pretty good. I've only seen them live. I've never listened to their albums, period. So this was kind of cool to hear that, but I could definitely the good thing is I have seen them live, so I can easily visualize what they would look like playing this shit. And it was like, it matched perfectly with their style.
Yeah, they're bananas. Just look up a video, dude. Like, that's all you need, and you'll
live
get it.
video. And not even a music.
They actually put on a great show, and the Christian band, too, which is interesting.
Yeah. Dude, there's some fucking... Their guitar player just beats the fuck out of his guitar. And keeps going. Like, there's nothing to it. I just don't fucking get it. But good for them. They're obviously missed. I know a lot of people were upset when they broke up and moved on, but the 68 band that the lead singer has is pretty good. It's not as wild, but it's along the same kind of genre, if you will. Just kind of like a hardcore, kind of like in your face kind of music. From what I remember, it's been a while since I listened to them too. But next album review, I actually I was thinking about today and I couldn't think of anything.
What we got? Come on.
So RJ had actually texted me this morning and said, "Yo, you dudes need to check out Opeth's Watershed album."
Opeth?
I've never listened to Opeth in my life.
Me either.
So this is something new.
Yeah, I don't want to do
it. So we're gonna do that.
Yeah,
so Opeth Watershed is gonna be next week's album. Here's his description. It's got everything in it. It'll go from pianos and a female singing to stupid heavy parts with their vocalist doing death metal lows. So it sounds like Chariot. So we'll
I hope you have
check
fun with
that out.
Good luck.
Have fun listening to that. We'll see how that is. I have no idea
I don't think I've
what
ever listened to
genre
one song.
Opeth is.
I don't
I've
know.
literally heard that name for the last I feel like forever. I have no idea what they sound like.
No
At
clue.
all.
I don't have the faintest idea. I have nothing at all.
As far as I know, they're not a radio band, so I would have never heard them on
They
the
could be.
radio. Maybe.
Who the fuck knows?
We'll find out.
There's two idiots in this giant warehouse.
Find out next week on episode 22. Because this is episode 21.
Is it?
Dude, we
I don't
made
fucking
it.
have a clue.
We passed fucking 20. Are you kidding me?
That's insane. Is this 21 for real?
This is 21 for
Yeah,
real.
you're right. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Cool. It's been fun.
yep.
Time to wrap up.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. I got some stuff to talk about.
So do I.
Cool. You want to go? You want me to go?
About what?
Just stuff you want to talk about.
Yeah. So my cat is in heat.
Yeah, you were saying that last night. That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
She just follows me around and coos at me. And by coo, I mean like, brr. No, how do I do it? Brr, brr, brr. Just doing that nonstop. And like
Sounds like
puts her butt in the air, and it's frustrating the shit out of me because I don't know what to do besides like squirt her with a water gun. I'm not sure. But she's got her appointment coming up, but like she definitely wants to smash. And I don't.
So you guys gonna
I'm
get
uncomfortable.
get her fixed up, or
I think I'm going to sue her because she's sexually harassing me. And I'm pretty upset with that.
good luck with that, man.
It's 2020. We can't be just, come on. What are you doing to me?
Speaking of cats and heat,
There we go.
I
See how this relates.
my segues are so great. I have got a new piece of gear that's pretty exciting. So due to this bullshit ass fucking virus, we did not get to have a 2020 PRS, my favorite guitar company in the world, guitar experience. So they normally have their fucking shop open, everybody come in, these big ass amounts of classes, everything, blah, blah. So typically there, they also unveil the later half of the year's guitars and shit that they're bringing out. So you got NOM at the beginning of the year, you'll have a middle summer NOM, and then you also have the PRS experience, which is right in between both of those, where they can really announce some of the cool stuff and maybe save a few little bits for NOM. But
Do you know what PRS stands for?
Paul Reed Smith.
Piece of retarded shit.
Nope. Yep. You threw extra
Paul
letter in.
what?
Paul Reed Smith. Dude, he's from the county.
John Smith?
Yes.
Okay.
So PRS has unveiled. So this episode's going to be a couple weeks after this, but PRS has unveiled their eye-catching experience, PRS 2020 Modern Eagle 5. So the Modern Eagle is basically a private stock kind of guitar. It's kind of their cream of the crop top
Show it to me.
for the most part. So this is the body. Oops. It's fucking beautiful.
It looks like I don't know. All they look the same. They all look the same,
So-
Billy. I feel like taking crazy
we'll
pills.
put up a picture, but it's got a beautiful maple top, which a lot of them do. It's got the private stock logo here. We got some birds. Comes with an extra pickup in the middle. So the guitar is beautiful, but honestly, PRS fucked up on this one. I am finally going to say I don't like it in the fact that
Wait.
this pickup in the middle is not centered
The heel turn.
and it's off.
Let me see.
So see how it's not centered there? He says, "Hold on, fuck," because you won't be able to hear him. Because it,
I'm trying to
I lost it.
Oh, you mean it's okay. So you mean the space from the first to the second to the third
Correct.
aren't the same. So
Correct.
it looks like a little closer to one than the other. Why is that a problem?
Because it looks fucking weird. So, anyways, we've got some brass saddles. It looks like, which I'm not sure is common or not. To be honest, because I can't afford anything up in this range. There's some extra switches on there that only come on a few other guitars. Looks like a rosewood fretboard, which is pretty nice. Rosewood has been kind of hard to find. People are substituting shit like that. But yeah, it's fucking gorgeous. I wouldn't buy it because one, I can't afford it, and two, that spacing is out there. But new Modern Eagle. Modern Eagle is one of the guitars, like if you're a PRS guy, you want to have one kind of thing. Excuse me.
Can you burp off, Mike?
Nope.
You're killing people.
Nope.
Oh my
Nope. You gotta
God.
hear it, man. I learned it from my hero, Ola Englund.
Oh my
You just
God.
broke right into the mic, and apparently people
Ridiculous.
love it. So trying to get us more likes, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, the burps will help. What is the PRS? Is it like is it different from the year before?
Yeah. So
How?
they always throw something a little different.
Okay.
So that pickup is definitely different.
Okay.
I've never seen that like that. The other pickups look also like mini humbuckers.
Yeah.
So humbucker is typically what I have on my guitar. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's 2 single coils basically side by side. And a mini humbucker is smaller than the 2 single coils side by side.
It just feels like Madden. Like it's the same repackaged fucking game.
Well,
every year.
so I could see
they do that every year.
I do. So lately I've been seeing, but they're a limited number. So it's a collector's item too. Okay. So it's not like we're doing a full production year run of fucking 2020 models. It's a limited number of these special guitars that they bring out.
Okay.
There's probably 150 of each color.
How much is that? How much is that one?
I want to say it's around 6,500 to $7,000.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Right. So it's a collector's item.
Sure. How much would it cost, you think, to get the number 1 edition that says number 1 on it? Would that be more? Or is it just
because most likely it's a randomized amount that goes out, and now you got to hunt it down, and then somebody's going to say, if you want this, you got to pay the premium now.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, somebody that gets that is going to treat it nice. They're not going to just pull it out and start fucking gigging with it. It's not going to happen.
You don't think?
You buy that as a collector's item.
Oh, okay.
That's all it's for. So you're still going to get a pristine guitar, but the fact that you want number 1 that bad, you're going to pay that person that already got number 1 the premium.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Guitars are stupid.
Nope, they're awesome.
Not a fan.
Speaking of guitars,
moving on.
Blackstar, who's a kind of very budget-friendly amp company. They sound like they're kind of modeled after Marshalls, as far as I understand. I've never played one. I'll probably never play one. I'll never buy one. I don't know why. They just, comes off as something I can actually afford and won't play, because I only want to play stuff I can't afford. But they unveiled, I can't speak, they call it a Live Logic MIDI controller. And basically what this is a pretty sweet ass foot switch that is going to allow you to be able to kind of, as a guitar player, kind of record without having to worry about all the keys and shit. You can just kind of hit record with your foot and stuff and be able to actually control like your recording setup with your feet. So you don't have to get up, do this and this. You can rewind and do everything kind of with your feet. So you can just stay in your position that you're in. What? It's actually, I guess for a guitar player, it's convenient. Imagine if you had a little thing next to your drums instead of having to reach over and go, okay, now I'm ready to record, click. All right. I'm already I'm 5 seconds in. You do everything timed exactly how you want by just clicking a button with your foot or hitting something with your stick.
I mean, there's
it's a convenience thing. It's nothing you'd need, but it's a convenience thing.
What does this look like?
A foot switch.
It's just a foot switch.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of adding like effects and stuff and tones, that's going to control your interface or your DAW.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yep.
That's stupid.
It's awesome. I might get one.
No, don't do that. How much is it?
It's a good question. It's not out yet, as far as I know. So there's
how much could that possibly cost?
Probably like 150 bucks.
Right? Yeah,
at max. At max, it's probably 99 bucks.
Whatever.
It's Blackstar. The good thing is they're very affordable. So if you're looking for something that's decent sounding that you can get as far as their amps are concerned, you can get them at an affordable rate.
Yeah. Don't buy that.
I probably won't. You know who Jeff Bridges is?
Jeff Bridges, the actor?
Yeah.
No. Go ahead. Yeah. What about him?
The dude himself.
Yeah, of course.
He plays guitar.
I could see that.
And he has his own signature guitar from a very large company.
Really?
I want to read this headline from Guitar World. Jeff Bridges on how his Breedlove, which is a pretty high-end, it can be, especially his. Wait till I tell you the price of this. I just remembered. On how his Breedlove signature acoustic will help save the planet. I'm going to skim through this article again. I never read where it actually saves the planet. I guess he thinks his guitar skills or something are. And why he started his first rock band at 60. He looks like an actor who says, I got to play a rock star, and I'm going to fucking do it. The guitar is beautiful. I'm not going to lie. It's fucking gorgeous.
Pull up the slide.
But he's got this. So I'll give you a picture of him with the guitar. And it says, all in this together is written on the fretboard. So that's him.
I don't know.
So it's a solid Oregon AAA myrtle wood top. So that's the type of wood. Finished in bourbon burst gloss with bourbon stained solid myrtle wood back and sides and Sitka spruce forward X pattern bracing. So the bracing inside of acoustic guitar helps chamber it and make the sound. I don't know how it's supposed to save the fucking planet. I think it's what is that? What is it called when you like a campaign of some sort where you're like trying to get publicity out there in a way to be like, hey, we should like save the planet.
What?
So his signature guitar. So we just found out he plays guitar basically as a guitar player. $2,600 for a fucking acoustic guitar for a guy that we didn't even know he fucking played guitar.
It's Nash Bridges. Yeah, you're gonna buy that shit.
Jeff Bridges.
It's Jeff. What's his name? Bezos.
Yeah. So each guitar comes with a deluxe gig bag and signed certificate from him, and a portion. Okay, so a portion of each sale goes to the Amazon conservation team.
Cool. Wait, how much?
20 a portion. They don't say.
They
how
don't say
much.
what percent.
No,
like
so it's probably
0.001%. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. Because if it was something, it would probably be in there. I think in the article.
So
like 50%.
I could say this because he's not watching shit. Ola steals our ideas now. I think I talked to you about this. Ola Englund himself, and he actually had him on the video, and he actually pulled up a couple videos of him playing guitar.
So he's
auto-tune, super.
You saw his video of something that you're now talking about after you saw his video.
Was gonna the idea of talking about these certain things that come up. He stole from us.
Oh, okay.
Right. So now he's doing it, and he's picking the same things to talk about as I am. I had this already planned out before his video was up.
Do you think he was the first view or the sixth view? Which one of those, or somewhere in between?
I don't know, man.
No,
he had to wait a long time to get to this. Normally we do this shit at the end. I'm trying to knock it out now.
There's parallel thinking like that. Like I remember me and Chris wrote this cool little thing. I'll never forget it because it felt kind of unique, kind of, but it was still fairly basic. So maybe it wasn't. But then we wrote it. Never really did much with it. Months later, like maybe 8 months later, Parkway Drive, a new album came out, and they did the exact thing, like exactly how we did it, and we couldn't even figure out how that happened. Parallel thinking, man, it happens,
dude.
Or Ola's got he's got an inline to the back line.
Probably
not.
That does remind me though. I remember that time that Arabella actually stole a riff from 10 Black Lines.
Oh yeah,
which was my former band before I joined Arabella. To those of you who don't know, you should know.
No.
God, what the fuck was that song called?
I don't know. It's your band.
No, the Arabella song.
Oh, I don't know. It's your band. There we go. Now we're gonna do this.
Nope, I'm now playing 10 Black Lines versions.
I don't know what you're doing right now.
Yeah, anyways, I'll figure out the song. But yeah, you guys stole that. Rather, Dave stole it, I think.
Did you see? I know it's late, like mad late, especially when this is going to come out. Did you see the table or the red table with Will Smith?
Sorry for the noise in this mic. I have not. So here's the thing. I don't know. One, I haven't decided to look it up because I pretty much don't give a fuck. But out of nowhere, I keep seeing this like these memes with Jada and I guess this guy's name is August. Like they're in what she called an entanglement. I thought a lot of the shit was made up, and then I come to find out that it was something she talked about on this fucking table talk.
Verbatim, what she said.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So now, of course, there's some memes of his face. I feel fucking bad for him.
For Will Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Dude, because he's just sitting there like, could you imagine? Like,
no.
I'm sitting there with Lauren, and she's just like, yeah, so I was just bored, and I got caught up in an entanglement with this fucking dude.
And then he said,
who's also less than half my age.
He said what everybody was thinking. He's like, wait, what do you mean?
An entanglement.
He's like, hold on a second, bitch. You're going to clear this up, right? If we're doing this, we're going to do this.
Right.
You can't pretend like you got, you fell into dick.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
What the fuck, man? Dude, I would be so fucking pissed.
Well, the weird, of course, yeah, I feel bad for Will Smith. Jada is just like comes off really bad, but then again, they're split up. I don't know. There's a lot of fucking XYZ
so
factors.
have they been split up, or is they're split up now because of
break.
this?
They were on a break at that time. From what I gathered, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of factors going on. There's a lot going on. It's a long ass relationship. You're in the public eye. I get it. It's weird. But the weird thing to me, Billy, is that they did it on a show. Do you not keep anything
That's
in your house? Anything?
Wonder if it's like a publicity stunt of some sort.
Whatever it is.
Everybody's been talking about it for the last month.
Whatever it is, it's crazy and it's horrible. And I think it shows because Will Smith has been famous since he was a teenager. I think it shows how far away he's gotten from having a normal perspective. Do you know what I mean? And he's like, well, obviously we need to clear this up on a show that will be broadcasted everywhere at some point. I didn't understand that, and it really makes me think a little bit low of how they perceive themselves in the public. It's like some things can stay in house, but maybe you just felt like you needed to clear it up because I don't know why. Because you felt like you looked dumb, but now you look way worse, and now you have the sympathy, I guess Will Smith does, and Jada just looks like an asshole. But then there are people that are standing by Jada a bit, but it's like, how could you? I don't know. I don't know what would compel you to just decide you need to talk about it on a show.
On a show or do it, period. But yeah, I don't know. She looked like she didn't give a fuck from the little bits that I've seen. Like I've seen I don't know, maybe a 10-second clip, and it was just like, we were in entanglement, and he goes, a what?
Yeah.
And then it turned into like a song, like an entanglement. A what? An entanglement. She looked like she didn't give a fuck.
It seemed like she wasn't as
Did you see the whole thing?
I watched most of it, I think.
Okay.
I don't think she didn't come off very like sympathetic toward or like apologetic at all. She was like half in, half out. She was defending what she was doing, but at the same time trying to show that like, oh, well, I'm not standing by that this was correct in what I did, but I'm not going to apologize, basically. It was fucking weird fence riding kind of a appearance that she gave. And Will Smith's just sitting there just like with the saddest face.
Yeah, man.
I could imagine just like, yeah, this is happening right now.
What a fucking, oh man. I could imagine, dude.
And then August is just not giving a fuck at all. She's like, yeah, I hit that, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I
don't,
slept with Jada.
The thing is too, I don't know who the fuck that is. Like, everybody knows who Will Smith is obviously everybody knows who Jada is. Like, who the fuck is this August person?
I think he's somewhat in the line. I think he's like a dancer or something. Maybe I'm getting confused with Kevin Federline and Britney Spears, but I thought he was like maybe a dancer or did something in entertainment like that. I don't know.
It almost seemed like maybe he was a musician, but I don't know. I never looked him up because, again, it's not. I don't give a fuck, but at the same time, I just don't know who this guy is, so I'm not going to waste my time trying to figure out who the fuck he is. You know what I mean?
I don't remember.
Like, what the fuck does he do? He looks like a child.
Does he? Oh, he is young. Yeah, he is pretty young.
It's like less than half her age. I think he's younger than us. Like in his early 20s.
I thought they said something like he's younger than their kids. Or no. No, I remember. It's their son's friend. That's what it was.
Goddamn, straight from
What the fuck? Yeah, so that's like so much worse. Yes, I knew I was missing a detail.
My best friend's Bob.
Oh my God. That's just it's horrendous on every level.
Oh man. Speaking of entanglements, what I want to pose this with the question and see if we're on the same page here. What's the worst snare sound you've ever heard on an album?
Saint Anger.
Yeah. All right, cool. We're on the same page. There's finally an answer to why that snare sounded like that. Why? Tell me.
I don't know. So you tell me.
No, you know why it sounded like that.
He took the snare off. The bottom thing. Snare.
No, I mean, I definitely agree with that.
But you're saying there's more to it.
There's more to it.
What'd he do?
So, apparently, back in the day, I don't know who this fucking guy is, and my apologies. I'll link the article if I can remember. So Lars and I guess one of the producers are at a studio where I guess Cliff Burton and everything used to like jam. They, Lars has got the set up and whatnot, and Lars is, he's got everything set. And he's like, "Yo, give me a snare, give me another snare or something." And the guy's like, "All right, so I just got this Ludwig, how to jump, blah blah. I had a Plexi Ludwig snare because I wanted to try it." And he put it on the drum kit and he said, "That's the sound." And he felt so inspired by what he was doing in this room that he had to play the exact same shit. I think they even said they recorded it right fucking there. He said, "We did a demo and I used two Shure SM58s. a 58 on the kick, and a couple whatever mics were laying around. We did a demo. I'm not blaming him. This was about basically, if you can, I'm kind of para-quoting here. Wrap around the concept. This was the sound of the drums when they were rehearsing the album. It's basically the closest thing of being inside that clubhouse that they were in, and that's the sound that made it through the album.
So it was the combination of the snare make and...
Yeah, it was some kind of like, he called it a Ludwig, a Plexi Ludwig snare, which I don't know what a Plexi Ludwig is.
I've never heard of that. I don't know. There's a million snares, but
you know the brand, but I don't know what the Plexi part of that means.
No, I have no clue if it's like, is that even wood, but is that just happen to sound like plexiglass?
Dude,
that's what
I would be, I'd be more inclined to say it's not fucking wood. It's probably one of those acrylic fucking sets that you love so much.
Because it sounds so bizarre, just in general. But some guy, I watched this guy do a drum cover, and he resampled his whole kit to be the Saint Anger snare. Like every single
oh my god
kick drum, snare, toms. He had like a big kit, and it was tuned appropriately. So he took the sample to Saint Anger, and like so for the bass drum, he lowered it a lot, and the snare was normal. And then for the toms, it went in descending order. It's so fucking funny. So what was the purpose of this article? You were just saying that came out.
This is they kind of finally explained it, and you know what? If he was inspired, and that's
him.
I mean,
yeah.
Here's the thing. I find this a lot as a guitar player. When you're in a room and you're sitting there and you're fucking just kind of jamming out and you're feeling inspired, just no matter what it is that's inspiring you, or maybe you just finally picked up the fucking guitar like me. Like lately, I've been really fucking getting into guitar. Good. I have played almost every single one of mine over there. I started putting back together one, and then I realized I apparently got to order parts now. But I've been really, really enjoying playing. And, so when I start playing those, sometimes I'll play and then I'll even like, you know what? I like this idea. Like what I got going. Let me record this real quick. And I've got a pretty decent setup. When I go to listen back to it, like our intro, like I'm not happy with that. I'm going to be working on that. I have started working on that because I wasn't happy with it, but we wanted to change. I think it's okay. It's pretty good, but it will get better. So if you guys hate it, my apologies. It will get better. But sometimes, man, you just listen back and go, God, that sounds like shit. But he may have been so stuck in his ways and said, this is the sound I was going for. This is how I was writing the album. This is what I wanted. This is what it's going to sound like. And I want it sounding exactly like it did here.
You're saying Lars is saying that.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Because you start playing and you think it just sounds fucking killer. So he's the kind of guy that I could see. I've seen some of the documentaries that they put out, some kind of monster and all that. I think that he is definitely the kind of guy to go, hey, I don't care what you keep saying or what I think I'm hearing right now. I know that shit sounded good in that room. You're going to make it sound like that. Period. That's what I want. And unfortunately, that's what came out. Was that shitty snare. And that sucks because, quite honestly, people give newer Metallica stuff a lot of shit. And there is some shit that's just fucking plain out bad. But that album could have been so much better had they have just fixed that one little part. Put a little bit of crackle on that bitch, and you have actually a pretty good fucking album. I mean, these guys are getting older. Even then, they were in their fucking, 30s, late 30s, early 40s. I mean, they're like 102 now.
I think they were in their mid 40s back then, but I could be wrong.
I don't think it was. I mean, that album came out.
They were like teenagers, and when Kill 'Em All came out, and that was like 70s. 81. What? It's like 80, 80s. 81.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So 17.
What'd you say? 17.
No, they were definitely close to, they were 40s for sure.
I mean, I'm not mad at, I mean, these guys are old as fuck.
Yo, they're killing it. They're looking rough. They're looking a little rough, dude.
They're still killing it, though.
The Metallica lifestyle's taking a toll.
Kirk
Hammett
looks like
a
an old
fucking
lady.
Ghost. It's so ridiculous with the white ass, long, wispy, super thin hair, and it's got a weird, natural, like strange curl to it. He looks like a nightmare. James Hetfield, Craterface McGee, Lars Ulrich. It's just oh god, who's the bassist?
Robert Trujillo.
Trujillo. I can't really say his last name. He looks fine. But he's younger.
A Spanish name.
He's younger. Yeah, I know. Yeah. We've been through this. I can't say Spanish things. It makes no sense.
I'm glad I got your back on this. The whitest guy in the room, for sure.
Trujillo?
Trujillo, yep.
Trujillo, okay. He looks fine, but I think he's significantly younger.
Oh, he definitely is, but he's really fucking good. So he's getting older, too. He's older than us, for sure.
No,
he's probably in his 40s by now.
I would say, that would look about right.
I remember seeing on the documentary when they signed him, they're like, dude, we want you so bad. Here's $1 million bonus. Could you fucking imagine?
Just for coming on. Yeah.
You get to play with Metallica.
That's so crazy.
You know you're going to kill it. You're going to tour the world. And then we don't want you going anywhere else, so here's $1 million to keep you here.
Oh, my God.
That's just your signing bonus. That's not even your salary.
That's not even anything. Yeah, that's just like, how's your mother?
And he's gotten so big off of that. And his kid's super good at bass.
Is he?
That family is set for fucking life, dude.
That's crazy.
So the last thing I personally got, your two favorite sets of music joined together recently. I don't know if you knew this or not. One of your favorite bands of all time.
I don't even like music.
And,
How do I
and
favorites?
your other favorite band of all time.
Okay, go on. Yeah.
You know you're a big fan of
Okay. Here we
make
go.
sure I get it right here.
Here we go. He's got to read his little thing.
Excuse me. You're a huge fan of Charlie Daniels, right?
Who's that?
Charlie Daniels. Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Oh, is that who? Is that? Okay.
Devil Went Down. He died recently.
Cool.
Yeah. I know you were sad. And then your favorite band of all time, Korn.
Oh shit.
Covered.
Yeah.
Devil Went Down to Georgia.
I was talking about that. Remember?
No.
Yeah, I brought it up when we were reviewing Korn, I think, and I had mentioned that they were.
Did you?
It doesn't
Did
matter.
You listen to
I
it?
had mentioned that they put something out that they were going to cover that song, but it came out.
Did you listen to it?
No. Oh
dude.
God. I was hopeful.
If this sounds like shit in post, I'll cut it out and I'll try to link it for you guys. I haven't listened to it yet.
Okay.
So let's just chill out. Let's vibe.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it through the mic. Let's see how that is at first. If it's really bad, we'll figure something out.
Okay. That's
Maybe
fine.
I'll just throw it out there and then we'll link it and throw a little clip in or something.
Okay.
Or some happy thoughts over the top of us. But anyways, I haven't listened to it yet, so this is gonna be a first for both of us.
Oh my God.
We are familiar with Devil Went Down to Georgia, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Guitar Hero.
Let's let's see how this is. This iPad's got some pretty decent speakers, so let's just see.
Yeah, but what if we have to cut the music out?
Well, I'll figure out a way to get something in there.
Yeah, but if you have to cut your mic out because of the music, then there's not going to be anything you're saying coming through.
I'm not talking. I'll talk afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just going to listen. Okay. You can speak if you'd like. You can commentate. I'd like you to narrate a little bit of it. All right.
All right.
So we're not going to go through the whole thing.
No, that's 10 minutes long.
Can't really. I don't know how copyrights work if somebody else is covering this shit already, but I accidentally missed the intro because I did start it on accident the other day, and I was like, because I was going to listen to it, I was like, wait, why don't we just do it together, kind of thing. Let me tell you, Jonathan Davis, obviously he's not getting that Charlie Daniels out, but it's not terrible in my opinion. The guitar work, I'm actually impressed by because they're doing like that fiddle work on a fucking guitar, and they have cool melodic shit that unfortunately we didn't get to experience in the album that you chose. But I've never heard them like shred.
Right.
Neither one of the guys. So to hear them do that kind of fiddle work on the guitar, I'm actually very fucking impressed.
Yeah.
So what you think?
I don't like it. That song's been done a million times, dude. I don't fucking want to hear another goddamn cover. Dude, there's millions of covers of that fucking song because it's so iconic and so different, and the storytelling's awesome. I don't need another one. There's a billion, and great, good for Korn for coming up with the most unoriginal cover I've ever heard in my life. It's not it's a great song. Cool. Like I swear to God, I've heard like at least half a dozen covers of that one song. I love it.
All right,
but
so
I like the song.
I am going to make sure that 100% that song will be played at your wedding, and that covers specifically. I'm going to request a few more Korn songs here and there for you.
Cool,
But,
and then I'm going to destroy the sound system. I will destroy the sound system,
look, you know what? You're paying for it, so I mean, it's all on you.
and I will light you on fire.
Hopefully, in 6 months, we are fucking killing it on this channel, so we can afford to do that.
My security is going to throw you off the mountain.
Dude, it looked beautiful. Going back to
It looks
that,
great.
oh my god, I
Yeah,
can't wait.
It looks great.
Um,
I'm going to kill
cool.
myself.
What you got?
Hmm?
What you got for me?
Not what? I got a LaCroix. I'm pretty much done with it. It was pretty good. Give it a 6 out of 10. Seltzer water. It's not bad. 0 calories, but I'm sure there's chemicals in here that we can't even identify until they give my autopsy.
Right.
Did you know The Rock bought the XFL?
I saw that.
Should I care about that? I feel like I might.
So the whole situation is confusing as fuck. So what I got, and I'm sure you did. Did you want to explain what you read on it? Or
I just saw
did
the thing. I didn't read it because I want to just throw it out there like as a rhetorical, but like you're saying
Oh.
it's more complicated.
Yeah, so apparently the XFL that only got to play a few games because
that
of the
was
situation.
fucked.
I thought it gained some incredible popularity because
while it was happening.
happening, because it actually did look cool. DC guys were pumped, but of course
Fuck,
the team
yeah.
still sucked.
I was so excited.
But the whole premise behind how everything works, faster paced games, it actually was pretty cool. And there were some decent names in there that just couldn't cut the NFL. But apparently the XFL was in bankruptcy, which is crazy because Vince McMahon is a super fucking rich guy. Like, what the fuck did he do wrong with this to get it into bankruptcy?
I thought it was just that COVID happened. I thought that was it.
Maybe that was it, but he bought it for $15 million.
I know, but I think he had a whole plan enacted. They only got some games in, and then it was over. And then
Right.
there's
No,
now,
for sure.
It's fucked. think that
but
was
The
it.
Rock for $15 million, that seems pretty fucking low to me.
It
He just
seems
bought an
low.
entire
I think
league.
Vince McMahon paid a lot more for that.
I'm 100%
more.
convinced he did.
Yeah. So, and plus The Rock played football. He's an athlete, obviously.
Right. So maybe he'll be able to run it, and I hope they stick with the same concept, but maybe
Yeah.
add some cooler shit. He's an entertainer, and the WWE, the XFL, it's all about entertainment. And The Rock, obviously did both of those, and he's a very successful actor. I honestly think it's going to be cool, and I'm actually excited and hope we get a season next year.
I think his name buying the XFL has already increased the value of
right,
the
because
XFL.
people probably look at Vince McMahon as like a joke.
Vince McMahon is just whatever, kayfabe, fucking wrestling, fake, dumb shit. It's got a whole different lane of fans and people who are with his name and stuff. The Rock, the opposite.
Right.
Fans, right?
Right.
And I think people are going to put faith into him because he's America's sweetheart. Everybody loves The Rock. Everybody loves seeing his movies and all that good stuff. Watched Jumanji the other day. Wanted to hate it. Not terrible. It was a fun little silly movie.
Which one the first or the second
first one? It was fine.
Dude,
it was
the
silly.
movies are incredible.
Nah,
They're good.
they're goofy little goofball bullshit little movies. They're not good.
Do you feel that because you like the original better?
That's my problem. That's my
I
hang
think
up.
that's what
That's
it
my
is.
personal
Yeah.
hang up with that is Jumanji.
I don't remember the original.
Call it
so-
something else.
Yeah.
You don't remember with Robin Williams and
I know who's
a young
in it. I
Kirsten
don't-
Dunst?
Don't
Dunst?
remember the movie at all.
Dunst.
Douche.
Kirsten Dunst, right? Or is it
Yes.
Dunst? Like a dunce cap.
No, I think there's a T in there.
Dunst. Yeah. That was a great dude, you gotta watch that.
I'll have to watch
You
it.
gotta rewatch it.
But-
It kind of holds up.
Dude,
CJ's bad.
to me, I will instantly watch. I don't care what it's about. I will instantly watch any movie with The Rock and Kevin Hart in it.
Well, Jack Black was my pull.
Really?
Yeah, I love Jack Black.
Dude, The Rock and Kevin Hart together are one of the funniest combinations.
They
I've ever
are.
watched.
They're funny. Yes, they are fun. I like Kevin. I think Kevin Hart's the soul of it. But I think The Rock does have some. I think The Rock is funnier than I want to give him credit.
Yeah, because it almost feel like maybe it's too much of a try hard, but it seems pretty natural.
Well, you just can't have everything. You can't be 6'6", 260 pounds of muscle and good looking and rich and famous and likable. You can't have everything.
Now he's funny.
Someone else needs to have funny. You can't have the funny.
He's got it all.
You got to give up something. But he's funny.
I
so
think he's
got
one
everything.
I want to say it was like 2019. He was like the highest paid actor
It's nuts.
for the year
It's fucking nuts.
because he's killing it right now.
Jesus Christ. Can he have more muscles?
No.
Every time I see a picture of him every few months, it's like more muscles. There's another muscle.
Well, in Moana, he was pretty buff in that, in his character from
That
Maui.
was a CGI. That was a
It was a cartoon.
yeah. His character's pretty buff. His character didn't he look like him a little bit? I've never saw the movie. He had the tattoo.
I guess if you watch it enough and know that's his voice,
yeah, you can see.
you'll start to be like, maybe it does kind of look like him, but it looks nothing like him at all.
I remember when
It also has hair in the movie.
when he was in The Rundown.
I've never seen that.
That was like I think one of his first starring movies. I think before he was massive.
G.I. Joe is probably the first one I saw.
Was that? Well, I think The Rundown was like 2002, 2003.
I think G.I. Joe came out afterwards.
That's when he started to pop the fuck off, though.
But like during that time, I think like fucking John Cena was in some random films and,
Yeah.
and a couple of these other wrestlers that I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
nope. You guys keep your entertainment on the side that you kind of came up in, because it's hard to take seriously. You know,
Yeah, very.
Even as an actor, like, and like honestly, as much as I want to say I hated the movie, I didn't. Trainwreck with Amy Schumer and John Cena was in it. He had a great role in it.
I
It
never
wasn't
saw
very
it.
much, but it,
Looked
pretty
terrible.
good.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, I liked it.
Huh.
LeBron is fucking hilarious in it, which is
You,
weird.
You said that. Someone else said that too.
LeBron James is probably stole the entire show in the movie.
Really?
Like, it's the funniest shit I've ever heard. And what's crazy is I feel like maybe that's how he actually is, because he plays himself in the movie.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, you should watch it. It's pretty good.
Maybe. Probably not.
But yeah, so it's hard to do that. But John Cena wasn't too bad in that. His latest movie is like him watching some kids at a firehouse, and I'm just like, no, I'm not about it. But then like the Batista, is that his name?
Batista?
He was in the Avengers or the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's
Yeah.
fucking great in that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, Rock's good. So that's exciting. I hope it works out and I hope it succeeds, because I really wanted to go to a game. All this shit started. Even if DC was going to suck, I think it'd be cool to just see something different.
Anything that's not the NFL and it's just and nothing related to Dan Snyder. I don't have to worry about politics and
Right.
a shitty owner. And
That's the point. That's the
stupid-
whole point of the league.
a league that to me is a little. I
And
don't
they
know,
put it
falling
right in
out.
between the Super Bowl and draft day.
Yep.
So you don't have to worry about, well, if I want to watch the NFL, I don't want to miss it. Nope.
They
you,
did.
You don't miss shit.
It's a shame they did everything right, and then this is the worst timing that you could even think of.
Dude, for every fucking thing.
And I was ready to go to a DC Defenders game. Like that would have been so
I wanted to go.
tight.
Yeah, we did talk about
Audi
going.
Field.
Yeah.
God.
Dude, beautiful field. You've been, right?
No, I've seen it and it
Oh my
looks
God.
great.
Yeah. It's a nice facility there.
Fuck.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that does it for us tonight. Today. God damn it. It's 6 a.m. your time watching this. If you want to watch at 6 a.m. Don't forget, we are out on all platforms at 6 a.m. every week on Wednesdays. If there's something you want to hear us talk about or anything like that, please let us know in the comments down below. But other than that, we are wrapping up. My name is Billy.
Nico.
Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.